It is time to hand out players of the week, but we're also going to do it a little bit different this week because we are at the middle of the season. We're going to hand out our player of the week for a certain award, and we're also going to give out our mid-season ranking and a mid-season award for that award. So lots to give out today for the players of the week. So let's start with Saskatchewan player of the week. And for this week, we went with Zach Summers of the Melfort Mustangs, returning to the lineup after a couple of weeks missed due to injury. And obviously, Nugsy, you saw him this weekend. He was very impressive, a goal and 4 assists.
Yeah, him with Aiden Hutchinson and Logan Belton were an unstoppable line, really, for Melfort over the 2 games against the Hounds. And good to see Zach Summers back healthy, first and foremost. The league is better when he's in it and when he's playing. So great to see Zach Summers back, and boy, was he flying. Man, oh man.
So congratulations to Zach Summers, Saskatchewan player of the week. Now, for your mid-season Saskatchewan player, who would it be? Nugsy?
We just talked to him. Matthew Van Blaricom. 11
Easy peasy.
11 points in his last 5 games, committed, consistent, physical, pest. I don't care how old he is. He's to me, he's been the best Saskatchewan player in the league all year.
Rory?
Yeah, I also had MVB. Yeah, as my Saskatchewan Player of the Year. He's the youngest player, in the top 15 of SJHL scoring right now, and he's missed a few games to injury. He comes back. He's going to miss a few games due to the World Junior A Challenge. So. It's so impressive what he's doing. I don't think you'll find him in the top 3 at the end of the year just because of the games he's missed in scoring. But what he's doing at such a young age and his development in year 2, it's really incredible. And I give it to MVP as well.
I wouldn't say I can't see that kid doing anything in this league this year, because that kid could do anything in this year. He'll
have to do it at 10 to 12 games less than other players though, which is just tough to do.
It's tough.
100%. All right, so let's move on to SaskTel goalie of the week, and we hummed and hawed over this one, but we ended up going with William Dyke of the Melville Millionaires. A couple of games, 2.45 goals against average, but leading his team, Rory, to a big victory, a bounce-back victory in the Battleford's not an easy task.
No, never an easy task at the Access Communication Center there in the Battlefords. It is an onslaught for more often than not. But, Will, he's had a wonderful start with the Melville Millionaires. I saw him in the showcase because he used to play with the Broncos, and I was really happy to catch back up with Will. And he was even so hard on himself for his most recent 3 games. And, he won one of them, right? He was just like, it's just been a tough go as of late, right? And it's just how he wants his game to be, right? And another great week for Will Dyke, who's, one of the top in the league. And when he's on his game, he takes up so much of the net that he is tough to beat. But, another great week for him.
And surprisingly,
I just love to see the determination that even if you're in a little bit of a stump, which many outsiders looking into it wouldn't even consider a slump, he still wants to be better, which is what I love to see.
Yep, holding yourself to a very high standard. And, surprisingly, when I was writing up the article for SJHL.ca, that's his first time winning SaskTel goalie of the week this
year. He's been on the bubble a lot.
He has been. And he's a big reason why Melville's had a good start to the season. Now, for your mid-season award for SaskTel goalie, who would it be, Roy?
It's Harmon Laserhume. I think without question right now. 16 wins, that's first. 1,083 minutes is up there. 38 goals against in 19 games is absolutely insane. It's a 2.11 goals against average, a 928 save percentage. That's first place. It's first place in every category across the board. So to me, it's Harmon Laserhume right now.
Nugsy?
Yeah, same. 4th in minutes. Best team in the league for sure. Best team in Canada maybe.
There you go. Let's move on to Direct West Rookie of the Week and a new member to his team, Ty McKay of the Larange Ice Wolves. He had an assist against his former team, the Humboldt Broncos, and then a hat trick on Saturday against the Yorkton Terriers, including his first SJHL goal, Nugsy.
Yeah, I got the hat trick against Yorkton, and I asked Rory actually about it when the trade was made between Humboldt and Larange. I said, "What's up with him?" And Rory, I don't want to take too many words out of your mouth, but you said he was a good player. Like, he just needed to put it together, and opportunity knocks, and opportunity was answered by Ty McKay. He's been on the top line there, playing with Mason Buchert. So that's first of all, that's going to help anybody playing with Mason Buchert because he's an elite player in our league. But Ty taking advantage, good for him.
Can we hold on a second? I know the time. Just you mentioned Mason Buchert. Can we say how absolutely insane it is that he doesn't have a single penalty minute? He's like
Really?
10
In the Mel.
10 points over a point per
Wow.
game, has played like 30 games, and plays in the Mel with Larange. Doesn't have a single penalty minute. Hasn't taken a hooking,
The
a tripping.
Lady Bing.
I was going to
That's
say
crazy.
the SJHL Lady Bing Award.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
So midway through the Lady Bing Award, Mason Buchert as
Brought
well.
to you by Megan's Cookies.
Nice.
There you go.
Sponsored.
Very nice.
SJHL will cut her a check.
Well, oh, well. Or it might be the other way around, unfortunately. Jacob might be coming to Megan's door to get some money.
Oh, is that how the sponsorships work?
I don't know. Who knows? It's not my department. It's not my department. Okay, mid-season rookie award. Noogsy, who you going
Yeah,
for?
I mean, he could be up for Defenseman of the Year. He could be up for SAS Player of the Year, but I gave him this one. I gave it to Ronan Buchberger, 22 points in 27 games, over 25 minutes a game, heavy minutes against the other team's best forwards every single night. His defensive side of the game keeps getting better. He's going to get a taste at the World Junior A Challenge of the speed that he needs to get at and to play at, for a full 60 minutes. But we talked to him. What an impressive kid. Could have been him. It could have been Carson Olsen for me. Olsen plays with Tanner Gold, and that's great. Terrific for him. But I think that maybe gave Ronan a tick above because he's doing it with maybe a slightly lesser pairing. But, man, both of those guys are terrific, but I'm going to give it to Ronan Buchberger.
It's going to be a slight to Keenan Ingram, and I apologize, but if you gave it to Buchberger, I'll give it to Olsen.
Yeah.
It's just tough being a 2006-born defenseman.
Yeah.
And you know what? Regardless of your pairing, playing with Tanner Gold, that veteran who's won a championship, is huge for Carson Olsen. But
Absolutely.
I also just need to give a shout-out to playing as a defenseman in this league, a 2006 birth year. That's
Very
hard,
tough.
hard to do. So if he goes Buchberger, I'll go Olsen.
And Keenan Ingram is incredible.
Ingram's fantastic.
I don't love the rule that if you played 50 games in the KI and then you come
That
to
you're
the
still a
SJ,
rookie?
you're still a rookie.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's fair. But yes, congratulations going back to Ty McKay, Direct West Rookie of the Week. Moving on, Super U Defenseman of the Week, Rory. Felix Allard of the Estevan Bruins. He had a goal and an assist in both games this weekend, and he continues to rack up points and quietly climb the league leaders in defenseman scoring.
Yeah, and we knew with Felix Allard when we were looking at the Bruins roster. We talked about in the recap that they were, projected by many to be one of the top teams in the league. This is one of the reasons why, right? So, and he hasn't disappointed. I've loved the Allard's game since the beginning of the season, and then Noogsy even sent in our little group chat the guy's on a 6-game point streak as well. So it's not just this week, it's not just last week. He's been doing it all year. This week he gets the nod for defenseman, and he's on a 6-game point streak going back about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. So
congratulations, Felix Allard. But who would be your mid-season award winner?
You know what? There's so many defensemen right now that you could give it to. It's just hard not to give it to Noah Houle. When you look back over all the years, there's only been 2 defensemen since 2018-19 that have played a full year and have finished over a point per game. Right. That, of course, was Tynan Ewert last year. And then it was Cale Tosh in 2018-19.
Crazy hair.
You look 2 years ago, Xavier Lapointe had 50 points in 58 games, and he was the runaway favorite for Defenseman of the Year, right? Runaway over Noah Barlog, who had 42 points. Noah Houle has 10 points more than point per. If you don't give it to him, I don't know who else you give it to. So it's Houle for me right now. I've tried to kind of think of something else because Flin Flon is right now going to sweep a lot of the awards, but you can't right now just based off of who has won in past years. Noah Houle has been better than all of them.
Yeah. We moved it around. I mean, you can't. To me, you have to say Noah Houle. You talk about what we thought Van Bericom would be coming into the year. He's been a lot better even than that. We knew Noah Houle ended last year pretty well. Went to the finals, but boy, oh boy, has he been a monster. Lindenwood, Division I commitment already. He's also, guys, he's plus 28, and yes, Flin Flon dominates a lot. We get it. But still, you need to be a responsible D-man to play for Mike Reagan, and Noah Houle does that. He does it all for them. He's not in trouble in his own end because the puck's on his stick every shift. So,
and our over-under, though, that we did in Buy It or Sell It prior to the year, I think it was 3.5. Was it 2.5 or 3.5 defensemen above a point per game?
I feel like it was 2.5.
Might have been 2.5. Well, we're at, I think, 5 right now. Yeah. Connor Toohey, Chase Frietmore, Tanner Gold, Noah Houle, and then you got guys like Leith Olofsson, Alex Isaac, that are Felix Allard's in there too, that are just banging at the door. So it looks like over's going to hit.
Yeah, it looks very interesting for sure. All right, a couple more to hand out. Borgo Forward of the Week, and when somebody scores 7 goals in a week, more times than not, you are going to get some sort of award, and that being Carter Anderson of the Flin Flon Bombers. Rory, I mean, you saw him on Saturday. You've seen him recently a couple of times. Just how impressive has he been?
He's super impressive. And again, I have a little bit of another question just coming up in a bit about this guy's ability to fire a one-timer from the right side on the power play. It's as good as any. He got a 4-goal game, as you mentioned, scored 2 more power play goals against the Humboldt Broncos. And that was the game winner and the go-ahead. The Broncos were leading 2-0. Flin Flon scored the next 2 to tie it up, and then Carter Anderson took the game away. He's got 12 power play goals this season. That's first. He's closing in on Justin Lees for the league lead in goals. Lees has a couple more than him right now, but yeah, Anderson's a dynamic talent, and just that shot's elite for sure.
Yeah, just 2 goals behind teammate Justin Lees in the goal department in the SJHL. Now, who would be your Bourgault forward?
I'm Justin Lees right now. Yeah, 46 points in 25 games, 22 goals, 24 assists. He's the most dynamic player in the SJHL. Mm-hmm. He can pick up the puck, control a game from whatever spot of the ice he wants. I think he, like I said, is the most dynamic player, and I would give him the forward of the year.
Mugsy?
Yeah, I tossed a bunch of guys around, but I'm going to pick my own guy because I don't care about the rules. Justin Lees is probably the right answer, but I'm going to go with Ryan Duguay. 36 points in 23 games, so consistent.
That's a good answer.
Before his injuries, big time, great value pick by Rory in the fantasy draft. Got to shout out Rory as well. Is the right answer Justin Lees because he kind of does everything for Flin Flon? Absolutely. Is Carter Anderson the most talented individual forward in the league? That's probably true. He and Kean Bell, but I just think Ryan Duguay is it has done so much, even with a lot of injuries around him in Melfort. So there you go.
All right, and finally, SGU MVP of the week this week. From the Melfort Mustangs, Nugsy, again, you saw him twice this weekend. Logan Belton, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points, a very strong week for the 19-year-old.
Yeah, well, the job number 1 for Logan Belton playing on the line with Zach Summers, Aiden Hutchinson is can you think along with them offensively because their chemistry is so incredible. You need to be on the same page, and the answer was yes. Like he was right on board. They scored some beautiful goals in transition. They scored them deep in the offensive zone off the cycle game as well, and he was money to finish. Look, this guy had 66 points in 33 games at U18 his last year, a couple of years ago in Manitoba minor hockey. And so Trevor Blevins knows that the offense was there for Logan Belton. It's coming through in spades now. He's getting an opportunity with the injury to Duguay. But that's a great guy to have around. And, you know, he's been lighting it up lately, so good for him.
Now, who would be your midseason MVP so far?
Yeah, it's got to be Kean Bell for me. 42 points in 16 games. The Stars are 13-2-1 since he came back, fellas. 13-2-1.
Yeah.
He's got 3 game-winning goals on top of that as well to lead the league in that category. He's made the Battleford's power play, maybe with Flin Flon, the most unstoppable power play in the league. And for me, it's Kean Bell.
Yeah, I don't even have to add anything else. You saw their record before he came. Yep. You saw their goal differential before he came. You've seen it after. The MVP is Kean Bell.
Yeah, and that's that's the definition of MVP for sure. There are your players of the week. Of course, if you want to read more about the players of the week, be sure to go to sjhl.ca.